A nuclear physicist is someone who uses nuclear physics to make energy and cures to extreme health problems. I have a question. Raise your hand if you think you know the answer. Why is energy being released from fusion light nuclei and from fission heavy nuclei? Anyone? Okay. Because the binding energy per nucleon decreases with atomic number in the first few lightest elements. That's just one of the questions I'll have to answer in nuclear physics. The study of nuclear physics has not only created new energy, but is also responsible for the CAT scan, the PET scan, and the X-ray. Almost every nuclear physicist is required to have their PhD and an undergraduate degree in math, physical chemistry, or engineering. Another thing is that you would need to know some simple skills like working with various computer programs, such as mapping programs and data collection programs. My first career choice was to be a nuclear physicist. My second was to be an aerospace engineer. And my last choice was to be a mathematician's professor. My opportunity cost is the potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. My opportunity cost was an aerospace engineer. With choosing to be a nuclear physicist, I gave up being able to design aircraft and space shuttles. And another thing I gave up is that if I were to design a spacecraft, I might have been able to man it through space and see how it works outside the atmosphere. One of my three positive incentives, one of them were if that I was to be chosen to work at the Large Hadron Collider, I might have been able to discover the Higgs boson particle. Another positive incentive is that I might be able to create the perfect renewable energy source. And my last positive incentive was that I will get to work in a place that is unknown and new to me. Negative incentives. One negative incentive is that if I had to work with uranium, if my hazmat suit were to tear, it might just devastate my health or kill me. Another negative incentive is that if a laser were to be moved without warning, it might ruin some valuable information or destroy some valuable equipment. The last negative incentive is that the long hours and the busy schedule will affect my travel plans and being able to visit my family. My spreadsheet data. My annual yearly income is $90,000. That makes my monthly income $7,500. On my federal taxes, I guessed $350, but it was much higher than that. So I was wrong. My car is a 2013 Chevrolet Spark, and due to the fringe benefit, my medical insurance was cut in half because my job is extremely dangerous. Pie graph. My school loans, I was surprised that they were more than my state and federal taxes combined. Housing, the apartment I looked at was extremely pricey, so I got a roommate so we could split the payment and still not go over budget. Toiletries, I am only spending 2%. And on medical insurance, I'm spending 3%. And taxes only took out 32%. Food only took out 4%. Discretionary took 8%. Utilities took out 3%. Transportation took 6%. And that's it. My three trade-offs. I had to give up moving by myself so that I could stay in my price range for an apartment. I had to get rid of my Mustang to get a Chevrolet Spark. so that I wouldn't go over budget with my car spendings. I had to give up living in London, England, so that I could live close to the company I work for. Resume qualifications. I would need to go to college for 10 years to major in basic physics, and then grad school for 2 years to major in nuclear physics. I will need a PhD, and along for getting this, I will receive my MS and my BS. Some of the required skills are being able to work on complex equations and being able to communicate with people well. One experience is to be a nuclear technician or a high school teacher. One of my references is Ted Irving at Princeton High School. Letter of application. I wrote my letter of application to Ted DeVanning of the Chevron Human Energy. I applied to them wanting the position as a nuclear physicist. My 5 websites were gradschools.usnews.rankingsinterviews.com. My next website was science.energy.gov/NE. Another website was physviz.colorado.edu. And one more website was physics.illinois.edu. And the last was POL. It says PPL, but it's actually POL. POL.illinois.edu. My first article was about nuclear physics before 1932, and this describes the discovery of the positron positive electron. Positron. This article describes the discovery of the muon charged particle. How many of you knew about nuclear physics before this presentation? Raise your hand if you think you knew, or if you knew. Did you learn anything that you might be interested in from this presentation? Raise your hand if you think you knew. You did. John.
How, like, was it when
Tyler?
you said you go to like Princeton? Like,
Yeah.
would you also be able to go to like Harvard or something like that? One of those like small schools?
Vanessa?
I learned that you don't blow things up.
Yes. That's my presentation.